It's time to get casually uncomfortable. News Edition with your host, Chuck Jerome. Viewer discretion is advised. What's going on, everybody? It's Wednesday. Guess what? We still wild in the world, baby. It's weird. It's really, I don't know. There's just so much hate right now. I haven't seen it like this in a while. Like, I don't know, man. It's scary to go outside anymore. I wish for everyone's safety. Seriously, like it's on a whole nother level, and it just feels like it's building and swelling to something terrifying. But the first article, we're going to switch it up. We're not going to talk about that just yet. What we're going to start with is a recall. About 58 million pounds of corn dogs and other sausage on a stick products have been recalled because of wood pieces that may be embedded in the batter. So something happened with one of the machines. Someone got pissed off and was sprinkling wood chips in there, taking the sticks and just snapping them and throwing them in the batter. So if this was me, I would see who the fuck is disgruntled, who just got fired, anything along those lines. Then we'll go with maybe it was an accident, maybe the machine malfunctioned. We're gonna figure this shit out. But now this is all over the place. And it's from the State Fair corn dogs and the Jimmy Dean pancake and sausage on a stick. So if you got your meats and your carbs on a stick and it's breakfast style, you should probably hold off. Hold off. You might end up in the hospital because there's already been reports, and that's how it's gotten to this point. Oh, could you imagine eating a fucking splinter? Oh, I'm going to get fucking paid. A splinter? How do you even get that out? That's like eating metal shavings or glass. Dude, your body is... You don't even want your body after that. Shit's going to be cut up. Got my stomach hurting already. And So be careful. There's the recall for that. So let your friends know about it, please. Please. I got some wild news for the older folks that listen to the podcast. Yesterday, September 30th, was the last official day of AOL dial-up internet. 30 years of dial-up internet. And it's only because everybody is using broadband and wireless internet and shit like that. And dial-up is done. You don't get that sound. You don't get that anymore. I was like, man, should I use that sound? I don't want them to, I don't want Mr. AOL knocking on my door. Like, hey, we shut it down, but that's still our sound. Give me my money. So I'll just do it like that. And for the people that don't know dial-up internet, if you had it in your home, you had to block off a specific time to use the internet, because if you got any incoming calls, it would knock you out of the internet. So like, all right, between 6 and 7, little Chuck, you can be on the computer. After that, get your ass up and go to bed. You got school tomorrow. Good times, man. Good times. Now you got the internet whenever the fuck you want. You got multiple devices and you can do whatever now. But damn, even just for nostalgic purposes, they couldn't keep it alive because nobody's using dial-up. Dude, I could only imagine. They said there was just so few people using dial-up right now. Who the fuck is using dial-up? Someone that is just stuck in the past. They're like, I want to take my time. I don't want to get to the sites in a decent amount of time. I want to take my time. Give me 10 minutes for the page to load up. People would lose their minds now. Like if your internet on your phone or any of your systems slow down for even 5 seconds, you are ready to lose your mind. You're ready to call your service provider. Shit, you couldn't do that with AOL. You were just shit out of luck. Honestly, I'm thinking, I don't think we ever called AOL customer service. Guess we'll never know how their customer service was because that shit's gone. But yeah, it's sad. It's really sad. And the rest of the news is only going to get wilder. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And speaking of being sick to your stomach, over the weekend, did you see all of the mass shootings in the United States? 4 that I'm going to talk about right off the bat. Michigan, where at least 4 people were killed after a gunman attacked a church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And that was in Michigan. Okay, this guy runs into the building with his vehicle, blocks it, sets it on fire. Like, what? And it says 8 others were wounded. 1 was in critical condition. And again, at least 4 were killed. This is where we're at. And the guy that did this in Michigan, they said he was a Marine and he was an Iraq War veteran. And then we move on over to North Carolina, where now another Marine who also served in Iraq pulled up to a waterfront North Carolina bar by boat, shot 3 people dead, and for what? And then you move on over to Texas, where 2 people were killed and 6 were injured at a casino where the guy said, you know what, I'm just going to go in here and just lose my mind. This is terrible news to be talking about, but this is real damn news. You got to be safe. And then we go over to New Orleans, where someone who was an innocent bystander got killed because of some dumb shit on Bourbon Street. 4 separate incidents between the 27th and the 28th of September 2025. And it's Monday, and not once did I see or hear about, hey, the president is going to make a national news message at like 2:00. You didn't hear any of that. But what they said he did was he posted online that this epidemic of violence in our country must end immediately. Dude, it sounds different when you do it through text. How about you get the fuck up, you get on TV, where you hit the button and every single fucking channel, no matter what, is the president. And then he gets on and says, hey, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but there's too many shootings going on. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I was sitting there on Sunday and my news feed was just just going nuts. All these damn shootings. So that's what I'm saying. Be careful when you go outside because it's getting wilder than wild. Now, this next article, I've been thinking maybe this is a good idea, but on the 25th, Florida became an open carry state. And there's few places, you can't take your gun, such as sensitive locations like schools, colleges, universities. They're going to prohibit firearms. Private property, private businesses still have the right to say, get the fuck out. And obviously, you can't take your open carried weapon to a police station, detention facilities, courthouses, polling places. Think about that one. You're about to cast your vote and you look over and the guy just taps his gun. Like, you better make sure you make the right vote. Right? You don't want no bullies. You're probably like, who can carry guns? So, if you're a felon, you're still, you don't get the gun. But if you could go out and get a gun and legally own that gun, guess what? You can go out and get a gun and legally own that gun. What, you got to be 21 probably? I don't know all the rules in Florida, but I don't think I'm going to go there anytime soon. Because I really started looking this up because I was on Instagram and I saw a video of a dude on a motorcycle. I don't know what the fuck that was. It looked like an AK or something, but he had it loud and proud on his back. Then they said 2 days into the open carry, and this is Florida. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing. Just like when Fortnite did this bullshit called Delulu, and it was an open chat game mode, which banned hundreds of thousands of people because you set people up for failure. You set up a proximity chat mode, and you're going to think people aren't going to say some wild shit. But I know some wild shit's going to happen with this open carry, and get ready because the holidays are upon us, and people are going to need that holiday money. So they might make it or take it. So we shall see. Guess who's back? Back again. Yep, he's back. Oh, he's back. Yes, he's back. Motherfucker, yeah, he's back. Yep. Kimmel's back. And listen, I don't even watch Jimmy Kimmel like that. Just all of this bullshit going on. I'm like, I've heard other motherfuckers. I've seen memes worse than what he said. Come on now. So I'm happy he's back. But guess what? Some places are still not going to show his show. They're like, fuck you, Jimmy. So we'll see who continues and changes their mind over the weeks. But I didn't even watch the new episode, but he was tasteful and tactful about his return. Still, getting those jabs in. But I'm not mad. So we'll see. And Trump is pissed. So now it's time for retaliation, and we will see over the few weeks. Like I said, the news was wild. Shit's crazy. The president's worried about a motherfucking comedian. Like, he's got more shit to talk about. Like I just said, he could be on air right now talking to the American people about how shit is so fucked right now, and there's just shootings everywhere. But that's not top priority. Don't know why. But you know what is top priority? A Charlie Kirk coin that could possibly be out in the world early as next year. And I looked this up. It says the legislation officially introduced on Friday, September 26th by Congress to the direct U.S. Treasury meant to print over 400,000 silver dollar coins with the likeness of Charlie Kirk. And I remember Years ago, probably about 2015, 2016, they were talking about creating a Harriet Tubman bill. And guess what? Nothing happened from that. Nothing happened. Someone that helped define history. Nope, not at all. Don't put her on that $20 bill. I think that's what they were trying to do a different 20. They said, oh, years later, we're going to be able to do it. Then it was delayed. I remember that. I forget what year that was, probably 4 years in. They're like, where's this 20 at? Oh, we're going to delay it. So, and now this. But you know what? We'll leave it at that. We're just going to leave it at that. All right, let's kind of change it up. This is kind of sad, but dumb nonetheless. It's a teacher from Texas who is an advanced animal science teacher, and they had a snake as a pet in class, and apparently she got a hold of some cats that were quote unquote ailing. So what she did was, before class, she gave one of the kittens, not a cat, a kitten, to the snake. And then later in the day, she told the students about it. Like, how fucking stupid are you? These are kids. They don't want to hear some horrific shit like that. And then to make it up, she's like, hey, we got these other kittens that are having some problems. We can have them as class pets. Unfortunately, those motherfuckers died. And somehow no criminal charges were filed, but PETA got a hold of this and tried to get the superintendent to stop using live animals in class. Like, yeah, I get it, because then dumb shit like this is going to happen. I mean, if you're going to do something like that, I mean, I get it. Animals got to eat. They eat other fucking animals. We do. But probably not tell the students, hey, what happened to kitty? You say fucking someone bought kitty. It's at someone's farm or something. Like, you don't tell the kids, yeah, kitty's gone. I fed it to Bubba the Boa over there. And they're like, ah, and they're screaming and shit. Like, what the fuck? But that's Texas for you, baby. That's Texas. So I'm scrolling through social medias and I see a video of Alex Jones with a Hitler mustache. They call it a toothbrush stash. And I'm like, okay, is this AI? Because, AI is getting pretty good. So I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Well, it wasn't AI. He cut his mustache that way for a day. And he said that the women loved it. He fucking had to beat them off with a stick. He said they were all about it. And then I guess later that day, he shaved it off. But he had it. It's archived. It's on the internets forever. So now people are going to be able to digitally take his face and digitize it over his face. And now that motherfucker's going to have a Hitler stash all the time. They're going to redo his voice with AI, have him saying some wild shit. So get ready for that. It's probably already happened. I just haven't stumbled upon it yet. But during these times right now, why would you do that? I know Alex Jones is a nut, but I wouldn't be doing some shit like that. Not right now. Damn, I'm sorry about all these crazy articles, but this is the world that we're living in right now. And I'm gonna call it quits on this week's episode. I'm gonna go do some other stuff and hopefully be safe doing it. You too, please, when you go out, just leave people alone, because you don't even know now. Like, you just don't know. So be safe, have fun. Don't forget Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, where there's full episodes. Casually Uncomfortable. Twitter at Casually Unchuck. Let your friends know. All right. I'll see you Monday. Have fun. Be safe this weekend. And, I'm going to cross my fingers, toes, and everything else that there's no repeats of last weekend. Don't be a piece of shit.